Welcome to Bar Beautiful. I hope you enjoy this stretch routine. We're going to start out in the straddle position. So if you'll bring your legs out to the corners of your mat as far as you'd like to go. And we're going to start by inhaling and bringing our arms all the way up overhead. Exhaling, and we're going to lean forward into our straddle position. Stay where you're comfortable. You decide how far down you want to stretch. Holding for just a few seconds longer before we begin to come up. As you rise, slowly walk your hands back to the center, and now we're going to reach out and over to one side. As you reach, try to keep your armpit up towards the ceiling to get a nice side body stretch. Great job. Let's reach over to the other side now. Again, keeping our armpit up towards the ceiling so that we get a beautiful stretch through our side body. Beautiful. As you come back to center, let's one more time reach forward, walking our hands, this time trying to stretch a little bit further than we did before. Slowly begin to walk your hands back up through the center. And now we're going to bring both of our feet together along our mat for a forward fold. You can either flex or point your toes here, but we're going to inhale arms all the way up, exhaling, reaching forward. You'll either reach for your calf muscles, your ankles, or if you can, all the way to your toes, releasing down into those hamstrings and calf muscles. Beautiful. Let's release, and we're going to stretch one more time. Inhale, lifting your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, reaching for either your calves, ankles, or your feet. Great job. As you lift out of forward fold, we're going to swing our legs behind us and come into the tabletop position, tucking our toes underneath, lifting our hips all the way up into downward dog position. Here you want to try to press your heels into the ground, spread those fingers wide, and let that sternum reach towards the ground. Slowly coming out of downward dog, bring your right knee up to your right hand, and you're going to lay it flat on the floor. Your shin eventually should be at a 90-degree angle to your knee, and you're just going to slowly sit back into your hips, stretching out your glutes as well as your hip flexor on the left leg. In this pigeon stretch, you can feel free to stay up on your hands, or if you're comfortable, you can also come down to your elbows for a little bit more stretch. Great job. Slowly come up to your hands if you're not already there. Tuck your back toe and let's bring that right foot back to the back of our mat and press down into downward dog again, pressing through those heels and stretching. Now we're going to do the same pigeon stretch on the left side. Bring your left knee to your left hand. Adjust your back leg straight down your mat if need be. And then again, you can stay up on your hands to stretch, or you may come down to your elbows. Great job. Let's slowly come up to our hands and we're going to tuck our back toes, lifting our left knee back to the mats. Coming into tabletop position, we're going to thread the needle. Here, my left arm is going to reach straight under my right arm, and my right arm is going to come straight out in front. My hips are right on top of my knees so that I get a nice stretch through the shoulders and triceps. Slowly coming out of thread the needle, we're going to move to the other side. Our right arm is going to reach under our left arm, and our left arm will come straight out in front. Again, our hips are stacked on top of our knees to keep a nice stretch through our upper body. Beautiful. Slowly bring your left hand back towards your body to lift yourself up, and we're going to move into the puppy dog position. Keeping our hips stacked, both arms now come out in front, and our chest reaches towards the floor. Slowly walking your hands back up into tabletop position. Let's sit back on our heels and do an eagle arm pose. Here I'm taking my right arm and placing it under my left arm, wrapping my hands around to really stretch out my back. Don't forget to breathe deeply, inhaling and exhaling nice and slow. Let's switch sides. This time our left arm comes under our right arm, wrapping our arms together so that our palms touch, stretching out that upper back. Going to unwrap our hands and we're going to move into the Sphinx position. You'll want to slowly bring yourself forward, lowering down onto your mat, your belly touching the mat, knees and ankles touching the mat, and your elbows coming underneath your shoulders. Here in Sphinx, we're going to press through our elbows, reaching our ears away from our shoulders so that we get a nice little stretch through our abdomen. Let's move into a counter pose position and bring ourselves back into child's pose, rounding out the back. Nice. Let's come back to the front of our mat, up into either seal position to stretch out your abdomen, or you can lift off of your thighs to come into upward dog, whatever's most comfortable for you. Great job. Again, moving into a counter pose, let's return to child's pose, rounding out our back. We're going to finish with one more Sphinx position, so slowly lower yourself back down to your mat, coming up onto your elbows, shoulders over your elbows, pulling those ears away from your shoulders, looking up towards the sky. Beautiful job. To release the Sphinx position, let's bring our hands to the side of our chests, pushing up onto our knees and coming into the seated position in the center of our mats. One more inhale all the way up to the sky, reaching our arms up, exhaling hands to heart center. I hope you enjoyed this full body stretch. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe.